The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 329. We get the Nasdaq up 51. S&P's up 18. Gold contract up $1.50, trading at $11.86 an ounce. You get silver up 27 cents, $14.73. They both have been taking a beating, and they're going to need a lot more than this. But they did get a spike last night.
Yeah, I mean, pretty remarkable off the lows in terms of where we are, definitely.
No doubt. Oil bottom took a beating yesterday, and right now it's flat, $65.17. We have plenty of oil. That was a huge build.
Yeah,
right?
We got natural gas in a half hour today. We'll see how that goes, definitely.
Notes and bonds, bottom line, 10-year note down 3 ticks, 120.10, 30-year off 6, 144.18. They're just refusing lower price, folks. It's guess what? There's more buyers of bonds and notes than there is supply. They want higher price, lower yield. King dollar down at 322 ticks, 96.255. The euro is at 114 to 1 US dollar. The yen is at 110.75 to 1 US dollar. And retail, bottom line is that you got Walmart to the moon and you got JCPenney to hell.
Just tale of two worlds, totally.
Unreal.
Definitely.
Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade, as we do each and every day, kicking off this market. Don't forget, folks, Kevin and his team, they got a great program, 10 to 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Fast market, and we have had fast market when you look at the last 48 hours.
Which way are we going? Either way, it's fast.
Which way is it? Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How about another big day of movement here in this market?
Oh.
So much for a slow August, huh?
There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. It's this morning, Kevin, when I heard Walmart blew away the numbers.
Yep.
Big numbers. I was saying, oh my God. Just to wrap your head around this, folks. Okay, is that for an equity as big as Walmart to be up $10, okay?
Agreed.
You're talking, Walmart has 2.9 billion shares outstanding.
Yeah, it's a $290 billion company. So you're talking about adding, 30 billion somewhere, whatever it is, right? It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, the market cap move for Walmart is gargantuan. But think about this, guys. Their revenue, right? $128 billion in revenue. That's not for the year. That's not for the decade. That's 1 quarter.
That's in 90 days.
Pretty remarkable.
Yeah, $128 billion. That is incredible. E-commerce, what everyone's been looking for here, that's been kind of the measuring stick with Walmart, up 40%.
Really?
So
Yeah, that was
what
the
they're
big,
doing,
wow.
the website redesign, the grocery deliveries, all helping e-commerce grow at 40%.
They got that guy from Overstock,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I'm sure he's getting a huge...
They bought him. Jet.
Okay. Yes,
Jet.
Jet.com.
Mark Lohr.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mark Lohr from Jet.com.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's the CEO of their e-commerce US, and he is a rock star.
Yeah.
And think about this. He is such a rock star with this company, but that this past February, they put him on financial news networks to calm everyone's fears that he wasn't leaving the company when a rumor came out that he was leaving. They sent him out there on like a press tour to say that he wasn't leaving.
I'd love to pick that
That's how
guy's
important
brain,
it
man,
is.
because they bought that company Jet, and the articles around that were like, they are literally buying that for him. Like, that had some infrastructure and stuff, but they wanted him, man, and they paid almost billions, and guess what?
It worked.
Yeah, right? I mean, the stock's up $30 billion market cap today alone, so...
That's pretty amazing.
Same-store sales up 4.5%. That's the highest in more than a decade, guys.
Wow.
So think about it. A company the size of Walmart, and still they grow.
Wow.
Same-store sales, 5%. I mean, Walmart stores are already packed. Like,
I know.
5% extra? I mean, amazing, yeah.
Now
Incredible.
the other side of that.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Poor JCPenney, right? That's and that's that's where you see folks. JCPenney. I mean, this is like going out of business. Yeah, right. You know, I guess
all I can tell you about J.C. Penney, guys, it reminds me of the country song by Brooks and Dunn, "The Long Goodbye."
The long goodbye.
And that's really all this is. This is just a goodbye that should have been done a while ago, and they just keep dragging it out.
No, I agree. And you know what's so wild is that actually, and maybe it just was in Boston that they weren't that big, but even when I was growing up, I didn't feel like JCPenney was big.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Probably because they have to compete with the likes of Macy's.
It was Jordan Marsh,
Jordan
which
Marsh,
Macy's
yeah.
bought. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's, you know. But, you know, it takes a long time to get a company downtown. But the cool thing is, I guess what we're all talking about is that retail's not dead.
No.
It's just a matter of
positioned correctly.
It got to be positioned correctly. Yeah, there's no doubt. And
But think about this, guys. Two things where Walmart's making the biggest part of their money: groceries and apparel.
Yeah.
Are two of their strongest, strongest parts of their company.
Sure.
So, retail. You're right, Tom. Look at the retail sales number. Look at the Red Book numbers that we've been getting weekly. Retail is not dead.
No. You know, yesterday when I was on the air, Kevin, they came out with the restaurant numbers, right? These numbers are through the roof. That on a 3-month basis, it was the largest expansion that we've spent on going out to eat. It was 23.5%. It was the biggest since 1992. It's like $61.5 billion we spent on going out to eat on a yearly basis.
Man.
Yeah. So the economy's cooking, man. And the cool thing is that I don't think people are over their head and they haven't used their house as a piggy bank yet. So I think
that one's a little bit closer. They haven't used the house, but I always
they use the car.
Because they might not use the house, but when they're going to have to pay off all those credit card bills, they might have to use the house then. That's I say, but there's that element.
That's all I'm saying.
No, it must not be, man. With those numbers on retail, and you pulled up Darden restaurants, man, through the roof. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
Right. We're spending money, man.
Nothing like spending money on good food. So
today, guys, the release of retail earnings continues as today after the bell we get Nordstrom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
JW Nordstrom. Yeah, so another very important. We'll be covering that extensively on today's show.
Yeah, and
I'm going to listen to that because I like Nordstrom Rack. We've had these discussions before, Kevin. They're kind of fundamentally and just anecdotally myself, I like them. I like what they have to offer.
Yeah.
They have a nice little niche there. We'll see what they come out with.
They do. They have a great brand, and I guess they're going to have to basically show that they're growing on the internet also.
Definitely.
Right. I mean, that's
the e-commerce sales. They'll want to know, and they'll want to know how Nordstrom Rack is doing.
Yeah.
Right.
The Rack will be doing great. I just go to the Rack and they'll do the trade on me.
And the thing that happens is to give them even another plug is that it's always so busy. Actually, that's the only reason I don't go. And what's amusing is that they are right in Tampa, Kevin. They have a Nordstrom Rack right next to a Whole Foods too, and it's in a big area. But we all know how busy Whole Foods is, and man, that Nordstrom Rack is just always. That's the only thing that keeps me away. It's too busy. So they like that problem, I'm sure.
It's too funny.
Yeah.
So you definitely have some fast markets out here today, Kevin.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. VIX down, back down around 13.5. So I think, what's been coming over this market is this cloud, is uncertainty about trade. It seems to be dissipating, guys.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, folks, right here, 45 minutes, great program. You want to understand option strategies, whether you're a bull or whether you're a bear, check it out. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show in 45 minutes.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's see what's Amazon doing.
We definitely think alike, because I was going to segue into this one right after. We didn't even say anything to each other, so go for it, man.
Yeah, well, what is it?
They want to be in the movie theater business, I guess. I mean, how are they going to combine that? We'll find out, I'm sure.
Amazon is in the running to acquire Landmark Theaters, a move that would vault it into e-commerce giant into brick-and-mortar cinema industry. So,
yeah. So I guess Cuban is an investor, which is backed. So Landmark is backed by Cuban and Todd Wagner. Not sure their stakes in there, but somehow he's tied to that. And so, yeah, I mean, you know, it would make sense if you're spending billions on content that maybe I don't know.
So they have 50 theaters in 27 markets.
Okay.
They're stepping in the water. That's the bottom line.
No, I mean, I mean, they're at the point that they're spending the type of money on movies that usually get released at theaters, right?
Right.
I mean, they have A-list actors, Will Smith, you know, in terms of they have those types of movies, so maybe they're tying it into, guess what, you got to be a Prime member, and then you get to go see them in the theaters for 2 weeks, and then they show up on Amazon Prime after that or something, right?
Yeah, you know, it's amazing. I mean,
they want everybody on Prime, man. So that's what I can see them almost being like, guess what, if you're on Prime, you get to go for free. I mean, amazing, right?
No, I can. This is where you can really see that people are going to say, "Hey, man, you have monopolies and you're putting people out of business, and then you're taking those businesses over and you're twisting them."
Yeah.
But that's pretty intense, man.
Hey, on the flip side of that, man, you got Walmart up 10%, and they are a lot of the business that Amazon is. So I hear you.
I get it, but you know what?
Groceries, right? That's one of the most competitive industries they talk about. Groceries in general. I love my Publix, man, down here. It'd be a tough guy to get me into Walmart to start shopping for my groceries. So they have a lot of competition still. That's the argument they would make. And they don't have MoviePass as a customer, as a competitor, though, anymore, really.
That's for sure. Oh, my God.
And that Landmark deal,
You talk about an implosion.
So it's Thursday.
Oh yeah, natural gas.
Natural gas. So yesterday, of course, we got
oil
number,
That
big
was
number
amazing.
yesterday
Right.
in terms of a build when they were looking for a decline. So I pulled up the natural gas contract. We're looking at the September contract. We've been bouncing around this morning in between about 293 up to about 294, 295, sitting just above 293 currently. And I'm going to jump to, so we get the EIA numbers at 10:30 every Wednesday. We got about 9 minutes. And what we're going to look at setting up maybe is some of these volatility trades we like to look at. So with the underlying natural gas trading at 293, we have spreads that are setting up with 295. So not too outlandish, not right next to where our point would be, but the goal being that we would buy a bullish spread, would be selling a bearish spread, and would be looking for volatility basically in either direction. Exposure on the way up, exposure on the way down. Now what's happening here is that you got about $17, $18 in intrinsic value to the downside. So your bearish spread costing you about $23, which is about 2.3 pennies from that 295. And the bullish spread is basically all premium because it's kind of an out of the money spread right now. So this trade takes on a little bit of a bearish bias because guess what? To break even, you know, the whole trade's costing you about, call it $30, 29.
3 cents.
3 pennies away. So to break even, you need 3 pennies away from 295. So you need 292 or you need 298. And where we're at, we're almost at 293, right? So you see where to break even, you can gain some traction to the downside, much quicker to the upside. But maybe you're just looking for action in either direction. Might have a little bearish bias, see what happens. So that's the 11s. And to jump right to the noons, which are going to have an identical price point. So the only thing you're going to be paying for is that extra hour. You'll be buying the bullish one, selling the bearish one, line it up. It looks like they're going to be pretty similar.
It is.
Yeah, 31.
3.1.
So it's almost like $1 on each side, actually.
That's pretty
You
good.
know, as in
That's
it's
all it is.
29 to 31
Right.
for that extra hour. Now, natural gas doesn't usually have the type of volatility we've been seeing in oil.
Right.
But not a bad trade if you are looking for a little bit of maybe a surprise, just a reaction in that market as it comes out at 10:30. And regardless, you get some defined risk. You're putting up $30 for both sides of that contract. And normally we take a look at the dailies as well. Now, these trades, again, a little bit of a bearish bias because you have that intrinsic value to the bearish side. But the dailies line up with 290 as their price point. So instead of being like a penny and a half out, you're now going to be paying 3.5 pennies, right?
Which in gas is huge.
Yeah, and just so, you know, if you're bullish, that's great.
Right.
You know, and that's the flip side. So, you know, you have, and these go bigger. This is 40 cents now as opposed to the other ones. But there's your bullish spread. Again, all your intrinsic value in there. So that's going to be your really expensive one. And then if you just want to open yourself up to a big move to the downside, $5 for exposure from 290 down, but you can see how $43, but this is becoming a much more just bullish trade, you know, versus a volatility trade because you're so deep in the money on one side that, you know, it's not quite a volatility trade because guess what? You get 4 pennies of movement to the downside, and that's like your max loss almost, right? So it takes on a bullish bias. But you get a lot of options in there, all of them defined risk, and we get those numbers in 6 minutes right now.
And folks, if you haven't test driven yet the Nadex platform, real easy to do. Just come to our website. You'll see the banner on the top, the side. Bring it up, and you can walk with us as we go through these defined option contracts. Let me just bring up natural gas right now. And in fact, I forgot to talk to Kevin about. Look at what happened, folks, is that just the news that even low-level talks are going to happen with China and the United States. It sent lean hogs up limit. That's up 3.8%.
Soybeans, right, up 2.62. No, keep going, but
Copper's up 2.5. Wheat's up 2.2.
Okay.
Silver's up 2%, but silver gave up 4% yesterday.
Okay.
So, but those they came off the lows, that's for sure. The what were we just talking about? What was I just?
Natural gas. We were going to
Thank
China.
you. Yeah, I wanted to look at natural gas. Yeah. Thank you. So 292. Oh, look at that. That's been quite a run, man. Okay, so. Oh yeah. So that volatility trade. Yeah, I like how this is setting up. Like.
Oh, bless
Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. Well, we'll see what happens. But was it a bearish bias on one of them?
Yeah, that's the one. The 11 and the 12 is a little bit bearish because that was 295 was our point, and we're at 293. So, and what's happened is, this is creeping back to where. you know, it's going to creep back to that 290s, and now it's almost splitting the difference where these 290s, basically you're getting 2.5 pennies if you want bearish bias, if you want bullish bias, you know what I mean? It's right in the middle of those price ranges.
It's going to be a true volatility trade, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. We get those numbers in 4 minutes. We'll be on break in a minute, and we'll see what happens.
And to give you that number that we're going to question, the lock limit on the hogs, we're right at it. It's if you're looking at Tiger TV, up limit is 55,475.
Okay, so we have a little bit. We have a whole point, I think, to go there.
Well, it already hit it.
Hit it. Okay.
So this is what ends up happening when it hits lock limit. You can they open it up as long as someone wants to sell into it. That's how this works. So it's all lined up. Right now, there's going to be orders that, well, actually, they went through the orders because it would be lock limit again if there was more buyers than sellers.
Sure, right.
So bottom line is that, yeah, you had lock limit, and then at lock limit, all you can end up doing is selling.
Sure.
You know, but as someone sells,
you can buy.
You can buy on the other side, yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are going to be coming right back with those natural gas numbers. We have the Dow Industrials up 322. Nasdaq is up 53. S&Ps are up 17. We'll come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So, natural gas.
We got that number, man. Stockpiles rising 33 billion cubic feet. Estimate looks to be about 29. A little bit more natural gas than they thought. Instinctively, you should see the price declining, and boom,
Whoa, baby.
there you go. So we're back to about 290. And as we laid out those examples, right, that's where, you know, if you're making a volatility trade, and it's got a little bit of a bullish bias, like we talked about, well, geez, you were right in that it's about to pop 3 pennies, but you didn't have it lined up correctly, and that's where you want to understand what you're doing. And we'll see where this goes. I mean, maybe that 290 still might be a moneymaker because you'd have exposure under 290, as in if it moves quickly enough. But the 11s and the 12s,
Yeah, they were in the money.
they were those were, and we'll just pull them up even. The 12s, which, and there's our 295 to 275. This would be the one with all the value in it.
Yeah.
And so you're looking at about $45. We're putting up about 31 for the noon.
Right.
And again, you'd have, you know, we just basically used up 1 minute of the 90 that you have until expiration.
And when
for
you're
that
looking at that chart, and we pulled up it on Bloomberg, that 289 is game out here.
Okay.
You know? So it's going to be intriguing watching this. The thing that's intriguing, too, is that, you know, you wonder, we had that big build in oil yesterday, and I was thinking that, you know, of course, what happens with oil wells in general, there's so much gas that comes out of the oil well, they capture some of it, most of it just goes away. But, you know, it's like, okay, so you're pumping that much that natural gas also gets moving. So,
yeah, so quite a number. And let's see if they have anything more going on here. What do we got, a table in here? Yeah, so they give you the full breakdown in terms of where they are, but bottom line is more natural gas than they thought. And that's going to send the price lower, and it's pretty intriguing as we come out of the summer and into whether we get some cold spells. You were just looking at something going on in the Northeast, right? They're finally going to get a little...
They're going to get the first... well, actually, what it said there is that, like, today is the hottest day in New York, and I guess it's going to... It's been there for a week or something. Here it is right here. It's going to break. So relief may be coming on the way from oppressive heat and humidity that's been gripping New York and much of the Northeast for a week.
For sure.
Yeah, we know, folks. It's ironic. You know, we've been in Florida for a long time now, and when you're from the city, really in the city in Boston, you got to be out of the city when the heat spell comes in, because it's vicious.
It's all bricks, it's all stones, so they all absorb that heat. It's like a hot stone, and then they're just emitting heat from the ground, from the buildings, from everything, and let alone, they're talking, humidity has been fierce in New York and elsewhere in the region with dew points around 70 degrees. We might be used to that type of action in Florida for humidity. Very humid, which just, as we know in Florida, really makes you feel.
But we have air conditioning everywhere. Where
we do.
Up there, you got window air conditioning.
You do? I mean, that's where, you know, so many other places, and of course, we're talking a lot about Boston we're familiar with, but I'm sure it's like that in New York. We just have older buildings, older places that only really have 2 months of intense heat for the summer, so they're not going to spend boku bucks to fill it with some top-end AC. They open the windows and said, everybody, get your fans going, right? I mean, they do. We know it. Say an August day is great by the city, but I don't want to sit in the sun on your porch and sweat my butt off.
So the first cool front's going to come in Friday.
Okay.
You know? And that's, you know, yesterday when I was talking about the Falmouth Road Race, that's what seems to happen. This is the time of the year that the first one comes in.
Okay.
That you say, okay, I know fall's coming. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. You think August 15th they feel fall?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just not fall, but the first cold front does come in. Then it's going to get hot again. I mean, it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
I mean, I know by September it's coming fast for sure. So I guess we're 2 weeks away from that. Yeah.
Let's go over and take a look at King Dollar. So King Dollar out here today, folks, you know, has some volume. That being said, we'll see whether it expands all day long, because what you had is that we hit a high yesterday with 19,000. You're at 14 now, but I've been watching this. We were at 13 like over an hour and a half ago, almost at the open. So the volume has contracted dramatically in an hour and a half.
Okay.
And if that's all you get, guess what? That's just a pullback with light volume. You know.
So I just drill it down a little bit closer. I just want to see how it was really moving today as well. Yeah.
Yeah. It had that. You know, last night. You know, whatever. You know, it looks like when Asia actually opened or not.
9:30 on the dot.
That would have been when Europe. Oh, that's when Asia opened.
Yeah.
Then. Okay, so when Asia opened, King Dollar lost. You know, had a seller.
Yes.
And that's it was 1,000 contracts, which is a lot, and the dollar index. It got back up. You know, with 161, then they came in again. You know,
it's interesting that you had the dollar pulling back at that time, but you also had, that's when crude and gold spiked much lower.
That's right. They spike low and then they reject the lower price.
I was looking for a dollar spike higher, which would have driven all the prices of commodities, gold and oil lower, right?
Yeah.
But you actually had the dollar spiking lower.
You did.
And maybe that had to do with maybe the China talk deal, because I could see that reverberating into multiple different currencies. But I was going to jump over because, man, those charts are pretty intense in terms of gold just to get it up here. Back it up. I mean, that's what, it's like. So I saw that on the chart last night. Gold, of course, spiking to 11.67. I said, man, what was the dollar doing? Maybe the dollar was just going through the roof. Not even close. And oil had a spike very similar at that exact same time. So pretty intriguing. And, man, quite a run. Gold, $20 off that low. See what happens.
Yeah, so maybe it's a flush. We'll see.
Yeah. And natural gas sitting right at about 290. We'll check it back in one more time throughout the hour.
So let's go. We know that, might as well go back inside the Dow here. The first time I did it, Walmart was the lead. The second time, you had Boeing taken over, point-wise. Yeah, look at that. Even it's amazing.
And go ahead. This is where the price weighted makes 0 sense.
It's skewed.
Because
it's so skewed.
Walmart's one of the biggest companies in our country.
Right.
And
in the world.
Yeah, right. Agreed.
Yeah.
And you got it up 11%, and it's not even putting more than Boeing. What is 11 on 3? Up 3% or something like that. And what's the market? Can we go to the market cap of those two companies, Boeing and Walmart?
So
let's check it out. I mean, they're both mammoths for sure. So Boeing, 197 billion. We'll call it 200 billion to make things easy. And Walmart, what's it? 5, 6? No, 300. Okay, 300 billion. But that just puts it. You got Walmart up 10%, a $300 billion company, putting 60 points. You got Boeing up 3%, a $200 billion company, putting double that. It's just amazing. We go over it a lot, but days like today really spell it out.
Well, it's important that you understand it, that because if you pay attention to only the Dow Industrials, you can get in trouble.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no doubt. So we'll get to Cisco for a second. Cisco's up $1.80. They came out with numbers last night. Nvidia's down 239. I want to go to Nvidia first. Nvidia, I believe, comes out with numbers this afternoon. NVDA.
Okay, let's see. Was it yesterday? No, just say, right?
Yeah.
420, all right.
420.
Get Elon Musk on the call. 420. Let's go, NVIDIA.
Oh, my God, that's funny. Yeah, so that's still hanging at highs up here. Yeah, that's definitely hanging at highs. Look at that. So NVIDIA's been up here since, almost the beginning of the year. January, you traded 249 or 256.
Yeah.
Cisco, let's go take a look at Cisco. So that's up $1.80. It's going after top of a consolidation. Well, look at that. Is that the highs too? Let's see. Well, highs for
close.
A bit. I know.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
The good old days.
2000. Cisco's 82. But you know what? The way Cisco's up here, there's not much stopping it,
Looks like a lot.
It might take another 4 or 5 years, but
a lot healthier rise this time around as opposed to that moonshot that just pulled back in 99.
877-927-6648. We have the Dow up 352. Nasdaq's up 58. S&Ps are up 20. We got our man Jack Leeson coming up. Major League Trading.
You got it.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now, they're trading up 346. We have the Nasdaq up 54. S&P's up 19.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Jack Gleason from Major League Trading, as we do each and every Thursday at 40 past the hour. Jack Gleason, what's going on, brother?
Morning.
Morning, Jack. How are you?
I'm doing well. You know, we got the Air and Water Show here this weekend in Chicago, and they're practicing. So if you hear a couple of jets rumble while I'm on my screen, just know that they're not scrambling them after anybody who hijacked a plane, but they're practicing for the Air and Water Show. So
that is so cool.
We want to see him in the background, man.
No,
Let's go.
over Lake Michigan, it is gorgeous, man. I haven't seen that, but I love that lake, and I can picture how they can fly
That's
over.
That's a cool deal. We have MacDill
Oh,
Air Force
it's
Base.
so cool. Yeah, they block off this section right outside the city. It's called the Playpen in Chicago. Is this the area where kind of everybody goes and parks their boats?
Okay.
And then they block off the section and they bring in, you know, the fighter jets, the bombers, and then they have the one plane. I want to say it's like an F-22. It can hover. It's amazing.
Yeah.
The heat exhaustion. I mean, they have to put it on full afterburner, and you could be, 500 yards away. And you're feeling the heat of the airplane. They'll buzz the boats. I'm going on my friend's boat. They'll buzz the boats maybe 100 yards into the sky, and they'll come across, and it is probably one of the coolest things that goes down in Chicago, especially if you got a buddy with the boat.
That is
awesome.
awesome.
That's the key. Don't own a boat, get a friend with one.
That's right. Get out on that water, man.
Hey, have you ever heard of B-52 bomber?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if you've never heard of B-52, folks, you can hear them like 50 miles away coming in, and they're intense, man.
Totally.
It's like oh
big
baby,
boys.
it's coming, man. So market-wise, we get some shots up here.
Yep.
Where do you want to start, Jack? I know we got the.
Let's start with the S&P 500. So
Perfect.
we've come off, and this extension sequence, so it's a high-to-high sequence, is held now going back. I think it began on July 6th. We've never broken the 61.8% retracement of that high-to-high. I'm looking at my S&P chart right now. So we traded that yesterday, and that was the low. So that's where we're going to look for targets. And anytime you have a reaction, so the last time this actually traded was 2 Thursdays ago, and you saw that really big reversal out of the morning. We gapped down and just ripped higher, and that's the best situation you want to see these types of setups trade. You usually have a gap down, sellers at the open, those sellers get trapped, maybe people even begin getting short, longs getting out, and then you have the continuation reversal. We're seeing that follow through today. Obviously, we have an incredible strength in the Dow, up 300 points. S&P, I'm looking up 21 right now. So the higher time frame target that I'm going to be looking for, and usually when these support levels trade, that's when the wind up and the pitch happens, because we've had this multi-week consolidation where we really haven't gone anywhere. We've traded that support. I am expecting a leg breakout above that 28.6375 high to come next week, and us to move up towards the 28.9175 S&P profit targets. So that's what I have for that market. So I just kind of wanted to go over that.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Then I have the
So
Dow.
that's impressive that it held, right? When you're looking at it, right? I can see what you're looking at, man. That's intense. Even though it looked like we went south in a large way yesterday, percentage-wise, we really didn't, right? Yeah.
Percentage-wise, we really didn't. And actually, if you where that draw is drawn to, that high of last Tuesday.
Yes.
Now, if you take that draw back to the 2 Wednesdays before that, where we had made that high, the last time we had held that same draw just to a different high,
right?
That same percentage drop, that's where we reversed out of the lows. We never completed that profit target. We went back to highs, went down for another test, which happened yesterday. But now, based on this reaction we've had off of it, I think it's going to be one of those situations where it's going to be an aggressive bid. A lot of times we'll get these consolidations, and then it'll be an aggressive bid, and then the bid faded last Wednesday. And then we kind of pulled back into that same sequence. So I'm looking for the aggressive bid to continue. I'm looking for a multi-day rally up into that 28.91 target for the S&P. And then we can go to the Dow chart, and I'll show you that same sequence. The Dow dipped a little further here, but sometimes when they dip a little further, they react a little better, because what ends up happening is there's more people trapped below that demand zone, more sellers down there, stops, whatever it is. And now we have that massive reversal in the Dow. I have two targets based on two different sequences. They both line up, 25,953 and 25,968. So that's where we're going to see the Dow rally to, I think, over the next week or two. Now, we obviously want to be aware of those previous highs up at 25,660 zone. That's always previous highs, always levels to get through. But I really think if we can clear 25,600, that there really won't be much above that, and then we'll begin the continuation sequence and finally get like a healthy breakout. Because the last high we had, where we got through the prior high, was on last Tuesday, Wednesday, and there wasn't much of a continuation. We got back below those highs of the previous Thursday, Friday.
Sure.
So what I'd look for is us to get above those highs and then continue to hold those previous highs as support going on in the future. So I do think we have a bit of a bigger bottom here. I do think we're going to have some harder continuation. I find it interesting that Nasdaq's not getting the oomph that the rest of these markets are. Dow, Dow's up 1.3%, Nasdaq's up barely, just over 0.5%. But yeah, that's what I'm watching there, and that's why I brought up the S&P and the S&P and the Dow, because I think they're going to be some of the stronger markets, and they had that fresh touch of that long sequence. So that's what I have for those markets. And then the last one I got is oil, which is a support level I am anticipating down at 62.85. So I think oil's got a little more room to run. Its path of how it gets down there will probably be taken day to day. But I wanted to bring a level into the chat today where it's far enough out where it could trade by the time I'm on here next. Obviously we got the rig report on Friday. Then next Wednesday we'll have the oil inventory report. I think yesterday was the oil inventory report as well, and oil just got tanked on that. So
yeah, oil made quite a move, man. I mean, it's intriguing that we got plenty of oil.
It was almost $4 to the downside in 24 hours yesterday after that number. Pretty big move, yeah. And where do those numbers, Jack, when we're looking at it? I see the three levels you have kind of up there. Is that the Fibonacci off of this trend from high to high that we're looking at? Where does that?
Yeah, that's the high to high. And if you go back and if you have a fib tool on your chart, I think you guys use Thinkorswim charts or whatever chart you use. That high, which goes back to, I think it was the July of last year. I want to say July. I want to say it's July 31st, but I don't remember.
It's right at the end of July, whatever it is. We're looking at it, yeah.
Yeah, so every time we've actually pulled back into that 50% retracement, there's been a bid. Now, the aggressive bid we saw in February was that same draw. that reversed, hit profit targets. That most recent low we had in June was that same anchor drawn to that previous high, except we bounced off the 38.2. So we did have a bid off the 38.2 on, I believe it was, let's see, I'm looking at my chart here. It was, I want to say it was like last, or no, I think it was Monday. Monday, we traded the 38% retracement, which was 65.78. And if you go back to the action on Monday, there was like a $2 rally off that into an opposing short sequence. So I do expect there to be some buyers. And you know what? It's going to be just enough to take out those June lows, strike some people out, and higher. So that's what I got.
Strike some people out. Major League Trading.
That's right.
We're not kidding around here, man. Gotta love it.
Totally.
Folks, you can come over to our website at TFNN. You're gonna see right under Nadex News. Come right over. I'm Mr. Jack Leeson. He's over there writing for Nadex quite a bit. Jack, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to speaking to you next week.
You too, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Jack.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Natural gas was still laying at 290.
Yeah, one final check, so we're sitting basically right where we were after those numbers, right? So we're approaching 11 o'clock, sitting at 290. If you traded the 11 a.m. expirations, not a bad trade. Those had 295. Same thing with the noons. Quite the reaction. Let's see where we go from there. Yeah.
Totally. Let's go to Omar in Ontario, Canada. Hamilton, Canada. Omar, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how are you?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm pretty good. I'm calling to. I called in once before, and you guys gave me a wonderful advice. And I'm calling again. The reason I'm calling today is yesterday, because of the whole Turkey and the lira thing, I didn't get stopped out. I thought I traded out and I sold on the MACD indicator, and it was just like a close MACD indicator, and I thought it was a sell signal, and I went with it, and I sold yesterday for a profit, by the way, of almost 36%, actually, believe it or not.
That's a beautiful thing.
And now I'm trying to get back into the trade. What I'm trying to ask is, what would be a good setup for me to get back into this trade?
And
Do you think I should just buy in?
This is TECL, which is the direction 300% bull performance of the technology sector, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be buying this right now, man. You know, what you have here, you get a nice bounce. There's no doubt about that. You know, but we came down hard yesterday at 200,000. You get up at 65. I'd basically, you know, a buy on this is somewhere down around 137, and you're at 153. Have a great one, man.
Thanks for the call, Omar. Thanks so much, man.
Stay right there, folks. Fast Market coming up next with Think or Swim. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, man.
Look at them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.